WWE veteran buries Sheamus vs Rusev match on Raw. I fast-forwarded through this whole match. Exclusive. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo has never been one to mince words when it comes to critiquing WWE programming. On the latest episode of Legion of Raw, Russo gave his brutally honest opinion on the recent Raw showdown between Sheamus and Rusev, and it wasn't flattering. The hard-hitting clash between the two powerhouse superstars was expected to be one of the highlights of the night. Sheamus, known as the Celtic Warrior, and Rusev, now dubbed once again as the Bulgarian Brute, put on a match that featured stiff strikes, big slams, and a handful of near falls. At one point in the match, Sheamus was sent crashing into an exposed turnbuckle, allowing Rusev to capitalize and seal the victory with his signature Machka kick. Despite the physicality and intensity of the bout, Vince Russo was far from impressed. He admitted he didn't watch the match in full, instead choosing to fast-forward through most of it. Russo's main issue? The complete lack of story or build-up. According to him, regardless of how physical or brutal the match may have been, it simply didn't matter because the audience had no emotional investment in the encounter. Russo emphasized that WWE missed an opportunity to make the match meaningful. They can beat each other to a pulp, but if there's no story behind it, why should I care? He asked during the podcast. He explained that in wrestling, matches should be more than just physical contests. They should be rooted in tension, conflict, and character development. Without those elements, even the most action-packed segment falls flat. This critique from Russo echoes a larger issue that has been pointed out by fans and analysts in recent months. WWE sometimes delivers technically solid matches without providing proper context or character-driven storytelling. The Sheamus vs Rusev bout, according to Russo, was a prime example of this creative gap. He acknowledged the effort from both men but made it clear that effort alone doesn't make for compelling television. Rusev's return to WWE has certainly been a dominant one. Since re-entering the fold, he's steamrolled his competition with renewed aggression and a mean streak that feels reminiscent of his early run in the company. His win over Sheamus could position him as a top contender for future opportunities on the Red brand. However, for viewers like Russo, these victories will continue to lack meaning unless they're part of a larger, more engaging narrative. As for Sheamus, the veteran continues to perform at a high level, always bringing intensity and credibility to his matches. But without a storyline or feud to ground his actions, even his most punishing offense can go unnoticed by a disengaged audience. It remains to be seen whether WWE will capitalize on Rusev's momentum with a proper storyline moving forward. With SummerSlam and other major events on the horizon, the company has a golden opportunity to craft meaningful rivalries that showcase both talent and storytelling. In the meantime, critics like Vince Russo will continue to hold WWE accountable, not just for what happens in the ring, but for the emotional and narrative stakes that keep fans watching week after week. After all, in pro wrestling, a good match means nothing if no one cares why it's happening.